So they're all alcohol stoves, which is my preference. Some are bought, some are homemade, but they're all kits I've put together. So let's start in no particular order, just with this one. This is the Esbit stove. I have inside my bespoke Fancy Feast, little cut down one. Most of these kits are all self-contained, so I've got all the bits that I need within them. So I've got my spoon there, tea bags, little scrubber, tea towel and lighter, windscreen, and that's the base for this one. This was originally for the solid fuel, but I didn't ever want to use it as a solid fuel cooker. I wanted to make a little alcohol stove which I could sit in and cook like that. So yeah, it's nice, it works. It's a nice pot size on that. So as I say, we'll get the rest out, and then I'll get some water boiling up. Right, next, how shall I do this? I'm gonna have to put it all down there, I think. Right, okay, next. This is the one that I keep with my IKEA stove, just full boiling up water. If I didn't want to use the wood stove, I can just get a brew on with the alcohol. So as again, self-contained, alcohol, little lighter, windscreen stand, and just a little base. And I have my Spygiver little energy drink capillary stove, which works really well. I like this one. So that one's in there, and there's not much more to that one. And the lid I made just added some heavy duty foil. Next, my titanium mug. So I managed to find a little Tupperware type plastic tub which fits perfectly. So inside that, again, another windscreen, a little base plate. There's the tub itself. I made a lid for the titanium mug. I've got my little cloth, little fuel bottle, lighter, tea bags, and a little scrubber. This stove is just a little carbon felt one with a little stand on it, and that's as much as I need just for this mug size. Right, let's chuck all that back in there for the second and sort everything else out later. Good stuff, good stuff. This is possibly my oldest and one of my favourites. Again, it's a little tub I found which fits absolutely perfectly. Barely even a rattle on that. Made the cozy for it. And this is my Red Bull, or my Monster Energy rather, stove. So yeah, I've got a little bag in there just to protect that and stop that from getting tainted, as it were. I've done a couple of videos of these, how I've made these. So there's my lid. The stove for this one is another carbon felt one, just the bottom of a tiny aerosol, deodorant aerosol bottle. That works fine for what it is. Fill it to the brim. Oh, I've got my little origami spork type thing in there. Fold that up, and that's fine for noodles or a stir. Another little scrubber. fuel bottle, lighter, tea bags, and the stand. A little base reflector, and if I can get it out, the windscreen. So obviously, as you can see, that's made of the Monster Energy can. That's the cut down Monster Energy can with a steel can, so there is a bit of rust on there which not been used for a while, so I'll give that a clean. And the little rubber ring around it, one of the little charity armband things, stop me burning my lips. Yeah, so it has been used, well used. So let's get all that moved out of the way. That's all of that. And the last one is just my bigger pot for water and for more cooking in general. Just windscreen, base, and my regular sized Fancy Feast stove. So yeah, we all know how those work and how well they work. Okay, let me now get all these lined up, get them filled up, get them primed, and get some water boiling. Brew kits. I've been wanting to do this one for a little while, and it's a nice night tonight. I was having a sort out, so I've got them all together. So yeah, I've got a variety of brew kits, water boiling kits for rehydration, noodles, etc. And some just for like really just a cup of tea or hot chocolate, whatever you fancy. So we'll go through them. I'll show you what I've got. We'll light them up, get some water on the boil, and you can decide if you like them as well. Right, I've got everything lined up. I've got water in each of the pans. Let's put a good slosh of fuel in there. Oh, that's quite full. Oh, it's all over the place now. What a mess. Alright, okay, I'm not going to bother timing it. They all boil up in more or less the same sort of time. So I leave that soak in for a few seconds. There's fuel all over the shop, but who cares? Right, let's see if I can whack this in. There, he's going. He's going. He's going. He's going. And he's going. Straight to the bloom, so we're pretty good. That can go on there. 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 And that can go there. Oh, wonderful stuff. It's not windy at all in the back garden there, so I won't put the windscreens on. We don't need them particularly. Right, we'll let that go and I'll bring you back intermittently. So we'll get a bit of steam there, get some nice bubbles. Great stuff. A nice rolling boil on the Spigiver stove first. I think the Esbit is going to come a close second. Certainly enough bubbles in there for a hot drink. And that one's probably coming in last. And the wider pan on the Fancy Feast. Oh, there we go, there's better bubbles now. Well, that's it. Good furious boil on the Esbit. And the Spigiver, and the others are coming on. If I was wanting just hot water for a drink, these two are ample. If I needed boiling water, then I'd just leave it a bit longer. And with the windscreens on, it would work a little bit better, but no complaints. And they're small and light. I used to be a bit of a gram weenie once upon a time, but these days, as long as it's just more or less small, light, that's enough for what I do. I've burnt litres, gallons of fuel playing, much more than I ever have actual out in the Ulu cooking. But that's life for you. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got to show you. Just my stoves doing their thing.